believe that we should keep school uniforms because they come in all different shapes and sizes.
Mr. Chair, just think about the nasty people in the world. It would be easy to locate where you would be and go. There should be a line as well, if you do agree to this. There should be a line where you, if you wear any clothes or are showing flesh, that you should cover it up with another part of clothing.
I can understand that it's easier for people not to recognise you, but it's helpful if you go on school trips and you get lost.
Your uniform could get dirty, and another thing, it might not get washed in time, so the child will be in trouble when they find out they have nothing to wear the next day.
It will wash and dry easily because it's made to do that.
William, did you have a point?
I think we should wear clothes because it costs too much. Because most people like having the logo and it represents school, but it does cost too much. And if you lose your kit, you have to go out and buy it all over again.
It's very cheap and you don't have to have the logo on the jumper.
Teachers don't have to wear uniforms, so why do we?
School uniform is easy to last.
A friend of mine once said you should always express yourself using fashion. He was a unique individual.
I understand what you're saying, but you can get school clothes in different styles and you can wear trousers or skirts.
What would happen if the parent lost their school uniform and then they wouldn't have anything to wear the next week? Objection. If you were to wear school uniform, you wouldn't be upset for losing your most prized possession of clothing. How could we possibly find our friends if they look alike and have the same uniform?
Uniform represents the school, and so it doesn't really matter if you can't identify your friend because you can still represent the school.
Surely people will get bored with the same colours. And besides, we're only children, it's not really fair.
About damaging clothes, but you might worry about damaging all your fashion.
How unfair is that? My mum has to pay £30 for my school shoes and I just want to wear my trainers. And Clarks don't have half price and we are half price sales and we are growing so quickly.
School shoes are meant to last and Clarks do have half-price shoes.
A few of the locals have been complaining that their children don't enjoy wearing colours that they dislike and don't suit them.
Of the fashionable items show parts of the body that's unsuitable.
As go ahead, you will regret it because your school uniform is much easier to buy than school uniform.
Get a dress and it's easy to get clothes from other shops.
Some schools don't have the right winter gear and summer gear. Think about the kids, they could get really too cold or too hot.
School clothes are often warm and they can always wear a coat.
What if a child is walking home without an adult and it's dark and the car doesn't see them because their school uniform isn't that bright? They could get badly injured.
But what if their non-school uniform isn't bright enough as well?
It would be likely to be winter time and you would be wearing your coat anyway.
Just think about it. The teachers are always asking you to be independent. If you're wearing separate clothes, you will feel more independent.
It's good to be independent, but if you're wearing your school uniform, you won't be left out.
But what if the school uniform doesn't suit you?
You have already covered the point that there was a variety of styles.
You think you are out of my eye's reach? I can still see you.
It's hard to be in school colours because it feels like you're part of the school.
Or think about individuality. What if people don't like what? You can always wear trousers or skirts and everything.
Colourful
socks, because you're not allowed to wear that in school uniform, and you can also wear jewellery.
What if the school has limited colours and stuff? Because it might hurt other children's eyes, or colourblind people might get affected by it.
But if we stop wearing school uniform, people might not want to go to school anymore because they don't have the right fashion.
Yeah, but people like to be themselves and wear what they like. Because they might not like the colour of their school uniform, so they can just be themselves and wear what they like.
But that side that's fighting for has already said you can have a variety.
So can you when you're not wearing school uniform?
Parents might not be happy about the price of the right fashion to buy for their children.
Yes, but sometimes schools have more expensive stuff than a non-school uniform.
If you're wearing the same uniform as everyone else, you can feel like you're in a prison.
People hate their school uniform, so they bunk off school and go somewhere else and get lost.
Yes, but I'm sure the police will deal with that.
But what if they don't remember any of their phone numbers
And I have a bad memory. If they bunk off school, I'm sure that they would either get lost, forget their phone number, or get captured by some of the bad people that are in this world, said by one of your team.
They could easily be identified by their school uniform they're wearing. How could you possibly make children wear their school uniform if they don't want to?
But they might be unlikely to know, so you might lose them forever. With school uniforms, your parents might gain them straight away when you get them.
Yes, but I'm sure that if
One day off of your if you're on school uniform, because then your parents wouldn't think of it as a big deal, so they wouldn't. But with your school uniform that you wear every day, your parents would put it in because it's important that you keep it.
yes, but I'm sure it will be more important if you have non-school uniform that your parents loved and didn't want to get lost. They would remember to put the name in it.
But if your parents wasn't so keen on those clothes, what would they do? They might not like it, might be, they just don't like it.
The parents might choose what clothes the child has to wear.
Yeah, but
Silence while I'm trying to listen to ideas.
sometimes if the children are old enough and their parents let them go out to a supermarket by themselves, they can buy clothes for themselves with their own pocket money when their parents can't tell them what to buy.
Yes, but I'm sure the parent will say what you've got to buy, and if the parent doesn't like it, they'll tell you to take it back to the shop.
If the parents tell you what to wear, it's like wearing school uniform.
Surely you wouldn't be taking your clothes off that much, and obviously you're going to try and look after it if you like it. I agree we should have some off-school uniforms day, but we should have school uniforms as well. Only for special occasions, and maybe there is a special day where you want to wear this part of clothing, whereas you're not allowed to wear it when you have to wear school uniform.
But you could have name tags.
They still have to have a lot of time being sewn into your jumper or trousers.
Or you could get stick-on ones. Most companies who make name tags are making them for schools who need supplies, so they can keep track of everyone's clothes and don't get them lost.
But you can just go to an art store and buy some of those sticky stickers that you are meant to stick on your art things.
Yes, you could buy the sticky ones, but what if they fall off in a matter of time? But the sewed ones won't fall off without struggle.
So what about the freedom in the people's clothes? they all have a different expressions of how they feel every day.
Yes, but sometimes the schools confiscate such stuff. Like, take my cousin for instance. She was going to school one day wearing one of her lovely coats, and the school confiscated it just because it had stripes and a furry hood.
But that wouldn't happen if we had a non-school uniform school. We wouldn't wear anything bad except from the stuff we wear at home.
About what you wear. It's just about who you are and what you're like, how you talk to people. Are you in good clothes? How you behave.
Yes, but also, what if the clothes aren't that nice and they're itchy and you really need to scratch, but you're not allowed to?
Like I used to have, and if you do have itchy, like a t-shirt, just put a vest under it.
What if your family hasn't got that much money and they could only just afford the school clothes and they can't afford a vest?
You could think that your school clothes don't suit you too well and that they might look a bit weird. And on the way home you might get bullied from people that think they are weird.
Okay, I think I have got all the evidence I need. And I think that we should wear school uniform.
Well, we could solve it by having half and half.
What do you mean exactly by half and half?
Like maybe having 1 month and then the second month.
Nah, I don't think that, because you could still get bullied all that month.
The chairman has made his decision. I think that is the end of the debate.